So I did a thing. May have gotten a new toy for the farm. So you can probably tell if you look through the back windshield what I'm talking about, but let's get it unloaded. That way the girls can check it out when they get home and show them the new surprise. Are you excited?
Hudson, he said vroom.
Daddy, can you please try?
Hold on.
Sister, smile.
No.
Hudson.
Hudson. Oh.
Look at Mama.
Hudson.
Look at Mommy.
Sisters, look at me. Hudson. Hudson. Hi, Dragon.
All right, it seems like I'm pretty bad at planning ahead for stuff like this. So originally our mower had some issues when we first started it this year. And what I thought was just bad gas ended up being the carburetor being clogged a little bit. So I took it all apart, cleaned it out, and had it running, you know, within 20 or 30 minutes. So that went well. So when my tiller stopped working just the other day, it was working fine one day. It started pouring the next time I used it. And I topped off the gas, and about 10 minutes after that, it stopped running well. So I thought maybe it was the gas again on this one. I could get it running again, but only at full choke. And now tonight, it won't run at all. So I've taken the carburetor apart and cleaned it out real good, blown everything out. Still not starting. The spark plugs I got cleaned up, but it's still not giving any kind of spark. And now actually checking the oil level, just wanted to make sure that wasn't the issue. When I pull the cap on the downhill side here, you can kind of see it run out, but I'm thinking that definitely looks like water in my oil. So I'm thinking I need to completely replace all the oil in it, get a new spark plug, and try it again. I'm really unsure of how all that water got into the oil. From what I understood, this engine was pretty new. We got it with the house from the guy we bought the house from, and he said the engine was actually pretty new on it, just a couple years old. So I guess I'm going to put the spark plug back in for tonight and get some oil in a spark plug and swap it out tomorrow and see if I can get this thing running again. Okay, so I ended up swapping out, putting a brand new half quart of SAE 30 in, and swapped in an E3 spark plug. So I put everything together, still no start. Doesn't even seem like it's wanting to spark at all. So I took off the front housing, and it looks like maybe this is my problem. Quite a bit of rust up in here. So the electrode or magneto, whatever that is for lighting up the coil, seems like maybe that's not hitting. So I'm gonna clean it up with a wire brush and see if I can get that to actually start and hit a spark. So let's see if we can get that going. A little bit rusty there, and the piece that's on the flywheel is definitely rusty. There we go, if it'll focus. So we'll see if we can clean that up. Maybe that's our problem. That is a lot better on the coil. So let's see if we can get the stator or the rotor pack slicked back up. Much better. Let's see if maybe that'll work now. Gotta bolt this back on. Not sure what gap it is. I'm gonna look that up real quick. All right, so it looks like the standard air gap between the stator coil legs and the rotor is supposed to be between 0.012 and 0.014, or sorry, 0.16. So I'm looking for my gap gauge. I'm pretty sure I have one. And get that gap to 0.014 as close as I can get it, and see if it'll run. I definitely thought, after looking back at it, that for some reason that stator coil leg was not an even air gap across both legs. So that's probably our issue. That's what I'm guessing with the new spark plug, all oil, and not getting good spark. So we're going to check that, see if I can find my gap gauge, and see if that fixes it. All right, somehow in this mess of a shop that I've got, I was able to find my gap gauges. So let's go back out here, set that gap, and see if that fixes it. All right, so got my thickness gap gauge here. So we need 0.014. So that's 0.3, 0.1, 0.04. Let's see. So we've got a 1.5. Oh, that's millimeters. All right, let's double check, see what millimeters is to inches. All right, so that 0.012 to 0.016 inches is actually 0.3 to 0.4 millimeters. So on my gauge here, I've got my 0.3, there's my 0.5, so we're just gonna put those two together, sorry. And there's my 0.35 millimeter gap that I'm supposed to have. So let's get this bolted on and then we'll gap it. So we're just gonna put those screws just tight enough to where it grabs, but I can still kind of move it around here like that. Perfect. And then we're going to want to gap it actually on where it hits the rotor core. So we'll spin this around. There's my rotor. And the bottom one's already kind of sticking, so let's get that in. So 0.35 millimeters. We'll gap it at the bottom. If I can pull it apart, might have to do that. Then put my gap in. Let's do it like this. Put my thinner one on the bottom so it doesn't get all messed up. Push the coil out. There we go. About like that. Then we will tighten the bottom one down. Not too much. Oh, lost my camera here. Stay up there, buddy. Trying to use a magnet to set my camera here, and it's not quite working. There we go. Okay, we'll knock this back down. Push that up. I'm over here. There we go. Like that. Almost. Push that down. Nice and tight. More. We want more of. More nap? Did you get a good nap?
No. Been bugging me the whole time.
Okay. If this doesn't fix it, I don't know what to try next. It's got new oil. It's got a new spark plug. It's got the stator and rotor all sanded off. And I just re-gapped it, so it should be perfect. Hi, buddy. You helping?
Hudson, are you helping Daddy? Hey,
So,
Hudson.
go away, B.
Hudson. Hudson.
So what, Mom?
I'm trying to help Dad. Leave me alone.
Okay, so swinging that around. There's nothing hitting. Time to put the cap back on.
No.
Make sure my ground is in place. here.
Girls?
Mommy needs a yes, ma'am. All right, fuel is on. Start choke position. Then we'll make sure this is on. Let's try it. Come on. Turn choke off, it stops running. See what's going on there. Well, it's at least running now. Not running great. Might have a bit of bad gas in it too, but I think we're making progress here. So we'll see if this starts back up and runs well next time when we get the garden starting to till up. So I got it running good enough to till 1, 2, 3 more lines. So it still kind of sputtering here and there, but it stays running. So I think I mostly fixed it. Maybe some fresh gas will do it good.